Following the video I made about trying not to run away from uncomfortable or unpleasant experiences all the time, I want to give a story of how God brought to my life at a very strategic moment one of the most uncomfortable people ever in my life. And I appreciate him. I adore him. That's why I'm making this video. His name is Reverend Pilfa Manven. So I graduated from FGC Jos. That was where I did my secondary school. And he was an old student. He graduated before I even started the school. And this man was very passionate about the FCS. When I came to FGC Jos, I wasn't an FCS person. I had an encounter with God close to when I was leaving FGC Jos. This man was someone that regularly comes, and I don't know, maybe one day I'll ask him what he saw. And he was very particular about me. The good thing is that when I got admission to the University of Jos, I was poor. My parents didn't have money. I didn't know anyone in Jos to stay with. So I asked him if I was going to temporarily stay with him, and he welcomed me. Trust me, as at that time, he wasn't having money. So that's how we were living a life of poverty with God's blessings in it. At least he didn't see us in the street begging for food or begging for money. That'll be a story for another day. What I wanted to point out is that, you see, Reverend Pilfa, he was on my matter. Like, I couldn't breathe. In fact, at a point in time, I even became scared of him being around, because it's like there are always things that he points out to me that I did wrong. I am an adult, for God's sake, and you can imagine that it came at the time that you were in your late teens. That time that you are now feeling like you have achieved something. You have finished secondary school, you've passed WAEC, you've gotten admission. Eventually, when I got medicine, I was with him. You can imagine being a medical student, and then there's someone that's always humbling you. Like, it was very uncomfortable. Sometimes I'll protest. But somehow unconsciously, because I know that he meant well for me, first. And secondly, he didn't do or point out things that he doesn't do himself. So it wasn't more of the do what I say but don't do what I do. You see him practically living that life, and you admire that life. So you have to find yourself doing the same thing if you want to be like that. So it made it easier, or should I say, it made it less difficult, because it's not as if it was an easy thing to do. But in this process, I never knew how much my life changed. Although I need to mention the fact too that it's not as if it was just he and I that stayed together. I learned a lot from these people too. You see, these people were even way older than me. Almost 10 years older than me. So I have been older than my age for a while, because I had spent time with people that were way older than me. And that really helped me at that point in time. That is usually when many people become very reckless. It doesn't mean that I didn't make mistakes. So I did. There are many things that I wouldn't have done. But you see, to a large extent, the exposure restrained me. There are some certain things that no matter how stubborn I was, I couldn't just do them. These very uncomfortable experiences shaped my life. You see, when I now look at people nowadays that just feel like, why are you poking into my business too much? I'm trying to tell you that when you have good people and well-meaning people around your life, it's a blessing. When you have people that are ahead of you, that have seen things, there's this saying, learn from other people's mistakes. You wouldn't live long enough to make them all yourself. Please, surround yourself or draw close to good people. Bury your head and learn. I know the good thing is that now I'm a medical doctor, I'm married, I'm living abroad, but still I've not outgrown that man, because we met recently earlier this year because I was in Nigeria and I just had to visit him in Jos. I went to see him and his family. And despite the growth that I've undergone, sitting down with him, you still know that this man is still ahead. This man knows. And that's one truth that has left a lasting impact in my life. Keep growing. You will still remain relevant to a lot of people. I have dropped info. Do whatever you want to do with it.